Hello all, welcome to oratonews.com. In this session, we'll discuss about page break concept in Oracle Fusion BI in RTF template. So why do we use this particular for each like a, what do you call a section or a page break kind of concept? So generally, if at all, if you want to generate the list of invoices and if you want to have a new page for each invoice to be generated, then you have to use this particular concept. Like nothing but it performs a page break for each new record, so that we can print it individual and you can send the invoices respectively to the different customers or suppliers. Okay. So now here, if you observe, how do we change it? So using a wizard, you don't have an option to generate a section logic. So what we have to do is we generally just simply using a table wizard. We generally generate a group logic, and then for that particular group logic, we just need to change the syntax to syntax like this. Instead of for each a normal group, you just need to mention at the rate section followed by a colon, your group name you have to mention. And how do we close it? The closing for closing it the same as normal group closing. We just need to use this particular syntax. So let me show you the sample template which we'll be designing today. The top level one, the for each G header, we have the invoice header data. Inside this, we have a line data, and this is the place where we are ending our group. And this is a final output expected. So this here I'm just showing two pages, like this one invoice and this other is second invoice. Okay. So now let us try to achieve this particular functionality. Now let me show you the what do you call the sample data which I'm trying to consider. So this is my header data, header query, which is getting the invoice information, and the next one is a line data, which is getting the line data. So let me copy this particular query. So I'll just create a data model. Just create a new data model, new data model. So I'll change, save it first of all. Your invoice details, section sample, DM. So I prefer to save in system raw trainings. Let's wait for a few seconds. Let me reload. Or else I can just open a new page probably. Yeah, I think it got signed out. That's the reason. Okay, yeah. It seems the session got not opened properly or something. So let's save now. JJKL. Yeah, invoice section sample. Yeah. Okay. So let me copy the header data. I'll just consider this as the G header data. And here I just hard coded so that I'll fetch only 19 records, and that is for the US1 business unit. Okay. Okay, it got saved and change this particular group. It's not required mandate. It's not a mandatory to change it, but I just changing it so that I can understand this is my header data, G header. Okay, save it. And similarly, copy the line data, which I'll name it as G underscore lines. Okay, save it. And now rename this one, click on properties, and I'll name it as G underscore lines. Okay. Now, so I'll just try to have a link between these two, the primary link between these two will be customer transaction ID. So I'll just drag and drop this element from the parent to the child. So it creates a link here. You can observe G underscore header dot customer transaction ID is equal to G underscore lines dot customer transaction ID. So it creates a hierarchical data model now. So top will have a parent and then below you'll have a child. For each invoice, it will display the lines. Okay, so this is how it will display. So I'll just get a couple of records. Save it and get the XML now. Click on export. It will generate the XML data. And now let's copy this XML data. into the respective place where we are working. So I'll just copy it into this location. Now we'll open MS Word and let us create a new template. So click on new blank document, save it, and save the template with the file extension RTF. Okay, so TMPL and then RTF. Okay, so now first thing what we do is let us see the XML also before proceeding. So let's see the XML. So here we can observe the top level tag is data DS is a parent tag. Under that we have a G underscore header which is having the invoice header data, and then we have a G underscore line which is having the line data. So now quickly we'll just click on BI Publisher, load the sample XML data. Now create a table using a wizard for the parent data. So now we don't want, I just clicked on table wizard, but here I should not choose table because I don't want to display all the data in a single page for a given parent, right? So we'll select form for the parent, and here make sure that we select G underscore header, and you select the respective columns like BU name, transaction number, transaction date, or maybe I'll say state, city, province, country, legal entity name, and invoice currency code. These are my parent data. Click on finish. Okay. So now this is my parent data. Now we require a little bit formatting here. So what we do is, let's say I'll create, or maybe what I'll do is I'll just copy these 4 columns or cut 4 columns. I paste here, and here on the left I just create new columns, insert columns to the left. Okay. And here I'll paste the remaining columns, transaction number, transaction date, BU name like this. And of course we can display anyway by just a sample invoice. I'll say invoice currency like this here. And remaining I'll just delete. I don't want this one. And here we can have a what do you call column name, legal entity name. And for transaction number, what we do is we'll just try to insert one more table record like this. I'll say transaction number like this will insert. Just look and feel purpose in the center, increase the font, bold it. That's it. Will not change much further now. Let it be. Yeah. Now just try like we're not adding up any what do you call the section tag as of now. Just click on PDF output and let us see how it looks like. Okay, now here if you observe all the invoices, like it is just generating all the invoices in a single, I mean, continuously. It's not like individual page, each invoice, right? Just simply printing it continuously. Now we want to achieve the functionality of generating this invoice in each individual page. Each invoice should be generated in the individual page. What you do, click on this particular default generated for each tag and copy the default generated tag. And now we have to change this particular default tag to section logic. So how do we do? So this is a default for each generated syntax, and we just need to change like this. Only thing is you just need to add up section here. You just need to add up section. At the rate section you have to add up. Okay. So I'll just add up like this and copy this. And here click update, close. Save it. Now click on PDF and let us see how it looks like now. And perfect. So it generated each invoice, and you can see that there are 19 invoices it got generated, right? Each invoice in a new page. This is what we want to achieve. And now the next thing is, let us say if we have lines data also, right? What we can do, we can simply use a table using a wizard. Click on, we have to select report format as table only and select lines next. And here you can just select the appropriate information, line number, line type, quantity, the measure, price, given code, and line tax rate. That's it. Finish. Now we can see the PDF output now. Okay. So this is how it works. Okay. So this is how we can use the G section logic, like for each section logic in the RTF template. Thank you.